I don't know, was there some kind of astronomy bullshit going on last year? Because what the fuck was I on? Like, I think back to my past actions, I was like, what the fuck happened? Right? Like you and me both. Like, what the fuck was what crack was I smoking last year? Like, up until January. Like, what the fuck was my problem? I was literally laying in my bed this morning, staring at the ceiling and like thinking, I was like, why the fuck did I do any of that shit? Like, what? How does anyone get their chores done with a single day weekend? You don't. That's the thing. Actually, crazy. I like saw a message from that guy. And well, you have it was just, you have a lot of trauma in the PTSD department. I just like fucking lost my mind. I was like, I can't believe I kept talking to this guy after he said that. Like, yeah, buddy, that's what the T stands for. I'm just sitting there thinking about it, like, what the fuck? This is why I'm not allowed to use dating apps. I don't know if we have that as an official quote, because he did nicely ask me to stop talking about him, and then I didn't. I'm stunned. Anyway, I blame outer space. That's what all the hot girls do. Just be like a hot girl on TikTok and be like, it was definitely space that did it. Like, it's not my bad decisions. It was space making me make bad decisions. Definitely. I managed to take 3,000 pictures of myself. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, and that's what's so weird about it is that, like, I was doing that too. Like, I was taking all kinds of pictures and stuff, and then I was like, lately I'm just like, I don't even feel like doing that. And it's not even like I'm getting older, but I don't like have low self-esteem. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm so ugly because I'm old now. I just like don't care anymore. We were on something else. It was outer space's fault. I don't know. Now it's like the switch has been turned off. I didn't do anything. Since I was playing White Mage, I keep hitting the F keys again. Who was I? I feel like I'm being myself again, though. Like, the last couple of streams, like yesterday and the day before, like, when we were just, like, talking about, like, the fucking coke being made and shit like that, I was like, I feel like myself again. Like, I feel normal, finally. After all that, I feel like a normal person again. Was I too close to the door? No. I think I was just really stressed out from my job or something, maybe. I feel like so much more relaxed now. Now that I'm not at that office. No! Motherfucker. I hate when that happens. Sometimes I feel like I'm just clicking buttons to click buttons in this game. But I kind of like that better than if I was being forced to click buttons. Like in Final Fantasy XIV, it's like I have to click buttons that fast. But in this game, there's no reason for me to be clicking all of these buttons. I just click them because I'm bored. Dungeons in this game, instances like WoW, no, that's what makes things highly competitive at endgame. That's why when I was talking about kind of like the toxicity of the game earlier, I was saying it's like mostly concentrated to endgame, and that's because almost nothing in the game is instanced. Like your Mog house is instanced, and there are these Burning Circle Notorious monsters, which are basically these are instanced, but there can only be 3 instances going at a time. But those aren't usually competitive because you have to collect so many things to get into them in the first place. But end game zones like Dynamis, it's like this. That's basically an end game raid, and it is not instanced, which sucks. In this phase, from all feelings of wanting to be in a relationship and stuff, for them to be like, "Oh yeah, I don't feel this way," and it just feels shitty, so I stopped trying to get close to people I like. You're young though. There's way worse things than getting rejected. Go out and find out for yourself. That's probably not very encouraging. But in all seriousness, like, yes, being rejected fucking sucks. I feel you. Being rejected definitely sucks. But like, it's at the end of the day, like, it's a good thing because maybe you didn't see it, but for some reason they didn't see a future with you, and it could be for any reason. It could be for a good reason, a bad reason, like a really dumb reason. But at the end of the day, you guys were never going to work out. So the earlier, in my opinion, the earlier it doesn't work out, the better. Like the earlier it doesn't work out, the better. Because you do not want to do what I've done in my life, which is spend 4 years with someone and then they decide that they don't like you anymore. Like, it's way better for them to decide they don't like you, like right at the beginning. And they're like, I don't feel that way about you anymore. That's, I promise that's way better than dating them and like moving in with them and like, you know, just for them to be like, actually, I don't really like you that much anymore. I think that the more you kind of face rejection, the easier it gets, but it does suck. I mean, I always found that the anticipation to ask someone out is far worse than the rejection. I mean, I feel like in adult relationships, it's more that when you're like in an adult relationship, you're like dating someone with intentions to date. It nowadays, like the dating scene nowadays is different than 10 years ago, in my opinion. And it sucks when you are like messing around with someone or like going on dates with them or whatever for like a few weeks to a few months. And then they're like, actually, I don't really like you anymore. Like, it's a lot more of your time wasted than if you just ask someone out and they say no, you know? If you ask someone on a date and they're like, no, that's just life. Like that happens all the time. But like when you're going on dates with them and they're acting really cute to you and stuff like that, and then they are like, actually, no. People act very confusingly these days, in my opinion. I mean, someone can literally be like, I would like to date you. And then you're like, did you want to date me? And they're like, no, I was just kidding. That's literally what happened to the last whatever the fuck I had. It's like people don't reject straightforwardly now, or they don't reject you. It's just people. It's just weird, and you can waste a lot of time just like going on dates and stuff, and it sucks when things don't work out. And I'm not even the person who's going to sit here and be like, but it's worth it when you find the right one, because I've never found the right one, apparently, and it's just never been worth it to me. I don't know. I'm just happy by myself now, so. I miss being in a relationship, like the comfortableness of it, but it never actually seems to last for that long. You gotta plan the date so that way you enjoy it regardless of if it works out. I think you're thinking at it from a step back from what I'm thinking about it as. Because I know the context of what Aries is talking about too. Like Aries went on a couple of dates with someone. It wasn't just like he asked someone out and got rejected, right? Like they went on a couple of dates. That's just kind of how dating works nowadays. Like you don't ask someone out and then your boyfriend, girlfriend. Like it's you go on a bunch of dates with people and then they like decide if they want to actually be like serious or not. And when they don't want to be serious and you do, it fucking sucks. You know? No, the apps fucking suck dick. Being closeted, not being in a relationship for 24 years is hard because like I'm at a point where it feels like I'm already over hooking up phase, dating part of my life. Even though I've never experienced it. One boyfriend for a few months and that's it. Well, you definitely didn't miss it. I mean, it can happen at any time, but I will say that like hooking up is sometimes more trouble than it's worth. But I don't feel like you're in your 20s. Like now is the time for that shit. If that's what you want to do. But just be careful about it. But like the number of straight dudes at age like 35 who are still doing like hookup culture shit, like you're not too young. Trust. I mean, you're not too old. Trust. There are dudes older than me out here still doing that shit. In 10 years, it might be a little more cringe, but. My recent dating attempt was several dates. Kept going for a month. Wouldn't correct me if I called her girlfriend. She said she didn't like labels. Oh, okay. Well, anyone who doesn't like labels is an instant nope from me. But I feel like the only reason someone doesn't like labels is because they don't want to refer to you by that label to anyone else. And like, so yeah. Even like a open relationship, you should still know where you stand in that person's life, in my opinion. Like even if you like don't care if they sleep with other people and you're in an open relationship, but like you need to know like what level of importance you are in their life. Oh, I'm stunned. She enjoyed our time together but wasn't feeling a connection. When I'd been walking on sunshine thinking it was great. Yeah, I would definitely like that is definitely I would take that as a red flag. Like if someone is like if you're calling them your girlfriend and she's saying that she doesn't like labels, like that's a big red flag. Whatever the fuck happened in my last whole thing was very confusing to me. So I won't even get that into it, but just reproduce asexually via reincarnation? Well, I don't want to reproduce at all, so I don't even have to be a Gulka. Oops. I hit Q by accident, my bad. Doing my best to communicate, but in the end, they weren't feeling it. Here's the thing that I've learned over my course of dating, right? It's an especially big meme on Reddit to say that communication is the most important part of a relationship. I actually disagree with that. I think that respect is the most important part of a relationship because you cannot communicate with someone who doesn't respect you. At the end of the day, you can communicate with them until you are blue in the face. And if they do not respect what you're saying, it literally doesn't fucking matter. So if someone doesn't respect you, and I would see not like, do you know what I mean? I would see that as like a sign of disrespect that like if you're calling her your girlfriend, she's like, "Oh, I don't like labels," then I don't know. What are we gonna do about Beast on the server? Delete it. Delete it. Too shy to do that. Anxious, lying. I'm so paranoid. You gotta make them get tested. But yeah, no. I mean, hooking up. You don't have to do it. I feel like my generation just went buck wild with that, but like, you don't have to do it. I mostly am like, I like think back on it. I'm like, that was crazy. Why did we all do that? I guess not we all, but like, I mostly have only dated people, but I wouldn't worry about it, man. I don't know. The way that I'm looking at it is I'm just like, if love comes into my life, then it does, but I'm not really looking for it anymore because it's just too much work. What's up, Gymbology? Rono, how are you today? No, delete Beastmaster. I'm sick of Beastmaster being required for everything. Just delete it from the game. Take away whatever fucking buffs that they gave it that makes it so that the pots are just... I don't even know what they changed of them in this game, but they're just too strong. I hate them. 2000s parents couldn't track their kids as easily. Well, this was definitely... Okay. Hookup culture was definitely a college thing. In high school, I think my family would have... My family was psychotic about that. My mom did not want me to get teen pregnant, so... No apps to track your children's life. I think it's more that you didn't go to college, and that's like a thing that definitely happens in college when people have their own rooms. Well, not even their own rooms, but they're just not in the house with their parents. You know? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some people were doing that in my high school, but we were mostly like... Our parents were psychos. We're psychos about that shit. Like, yeah. They have more independence, yeah, in college. College is like a great place to meet people, but it's expensive as fuck, and if you don't need to go, you save a lot of money. Not much. Got back from Milwaukee, got another Uber ride there. Hell yeah. Or you rode an Uber there. We were kind of just talking about relationships in general and stuff. Which is kind of how it goes sometimes. I'm on the verge of leveling it for easier BCNM groups. I like don't do BCNMs because I don't want to fucking play Beastmaster. Like, I actually refuse to unlock Beastmaster. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was saying, Rav. Like, my parents were fucking psychos about that. Like, if they thought a boy was in my room, they'd be stomping up the stairs, screaming, ripping the door open. Like, is it true that's how it goes sometimes? It is true. What's up, Gunpla? How are you today? Contradiction. It's kind of annoying because BCNMs are easily doable with normal groups. It is. That's what drives me crazy, Rono. It's like, ugh. I hate that Beastmaster is fucking literally required by people because it's just so fucking easy to cheese things. Like, I hate that when I do Kraken Club runs. If I do Kraken Club runs and it's like with a Beastmaster and a Summoner, they are literally sitting there like fucking gambling and playing games like while their pets fight. Like, that shit's obnoxious. That's obnoxious. Like you should have to actually be playing the fucking game. Like, you shouldn't just be able to like let your like AFK your pet to do fucking up in arms. That it makes ooh. I hate Beastmaster. Sorry, I just punched you, chat. My bad. I think that Beastmaster is better if it's just bad. Maybe it's the pets are too strong or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what the buffs were, but I think there was some kind of buff to do with the jugs. Because it seems like Beastmasters just use jugs a lot more now than they used to. But it drives me crazy. I hate Beastmaster. I hate Beastmaster so much. Blue Mage in 14, at least it's a limited job. Well, yeah, the thing with 14 is it's kind of like Final Fantasy 14, I feel like is just kind of a different game than this. And I would say that 14 is pretty well balanced because it's not like there's like only one job that everyone does everything with. Like, it seems like people just play whatever the fuck they want in that game. And everything's like roll queued and roll locked and stuff, you know? But in 11, it's not. There's one guy my barber was wanting me to meet, but he works at a hospital or is in nursing. It's weird to be set up someone since I don't know them. Easier for me to talk to people online since I know common interests off the bat. It's hard to connect with a random person so suddenly. No, I feel you, Aries. Like, that's kind of why I stopped going on dates. Because it's like, I'm just meeting up with a total stranger. And I don't know fucking anything about them. I don't know any people who know them. I don't know. Like, the only thing I know about them is that they want to date. Or they think I'm attractive or something. You know what I mean? I think dating friends is better. Like, dating from the friend zone or whatever. It's a hobby, JK. It's not. That's funny. Watching one of your 14 streams reaffirmed my dislike of the game. Yeah. I mean, I like 14 sometimes, but other times I do not. I don't like right now how the tanks can just do the entire dungeon by themselves and the rest of the classes don't even need to be there. Really? I really don't like that at all. And I don't like that they feel like they're showing off when they refuse to reset and then they sit there and fight the boss for like 40 fucking minutes by themselves. Like, it's not impressive. Like, you're just being a jackass and wasting my time. Have you tried Nerds gummy clusters? I have. I like those a lot. But my favorite candy, that's a good question. There's a lot of candies I like. I like lemon heads a lot. I don't usually go out of my way to eat candy that much. But lemon heads are really good. And so is... I like Starburst. Oh, wait, no, those Starburst jelly beans. Those are fucking amazing. Coffee flavored anything? I got the dad palette. How about black licorice? Do you like black licorice? That's like the most dad thing, I think. Even the combat feels on rails. No improv, just hit the rotation. Yes, that is a big problem I have with it too. But it's like a fast rotation that I can't just like AFK and pay attention to chat with like two, you know? I like 14 if I'm playing it with friends, but the story kind of sucks, and I don't know. When I was playing White Mage here, it's like I'm reminded that what I like about White Mage is like assessing the situation, like what's going on. But like with a lot of things in 14, it seems that you're just kind of hitting rotations now. So I mean, I've been meaning to play White Mage again to see if White Mage is really just hitting rotations still, but Wook Lamont being seasick for 3 cutscenes? Oh my god. Don't even say her fucking name. Kit Kats that can't do anything pure sugar like hard candy, taffy, Starburst. I like the pure sugar stuff, but only if it's like fruity. I don't really like if it's like, no, that's a lie. I love caramel. If I just like eat a piece of caramel, I'm very happy. And that is literally just sugar. Coffee crisp. I've never heard of that one. I don't really like coffee though, personally. Coffee flavored wafer bar. Oh, so like what are they called? I feel like I know I've eaten something like that, but it's like peanut butter flavor, like a what are they called? Nutter butters? Nutter butters? DPS with a side of heels? Oh, that's really sad. Why? What? Why? I have to pee. Am I safe to follow you, Relico? Am I gonna run off into the distance? Actually, I'll attack this statue and then pee. Oh, because... That's really funny. I'll be right back. 14 means, yes, the class diversification. I'll be right back. Oh no. I'm back. I like what, oh, and candy gets stuck in your teeth. Yeah. I hate that too, actually. Oh, Sanders, the chocolate. Is that the stuff that you sent me? That stuff was really good. I loved those. I think those were my favorite things that you sent me. Those were like the caramel things, right? I'm eating cookie dough again. Oh, switch target. Tunnock bars from Scotland. Like a toffee wafer with British chocolate. That sounds really good. I don't think I've really had candy from like Britain. I've had some candy from like South Korea. Some of it was really good. But the one that I remember the most was called Corn Angel. And it was white chocolate with like puffed corn inside of it. Mm-hmm. Those were so good. What's up, 716? How are you today? Sanders is a Michigan brand. Yeah, they're amazing. They're very good. Send more for Christmas. Yeah, I know. I want to do Christmas cards this year. I should probably get to designing those like now. I'm so bad at follow through though. I need a manager. I need to be rich so that I can have a manager. Cause like, what the fuck?